Well, we're here, and we're live.
We're here.
We're ready to go.
No.
For some Dur. All right.
I hope no one I know watches this.
I invited all your friends.
No. Let me rephrase. I hope no one I'm lightly acquaintances with watches this.
People you know expect.
People I know are like, yeah.
Okay.
All
right. So, Liz, you get free inspiration for bringing baked goods. Mark
Yes!
it.
But I already
have
inspiration.
Then you can do 50 gold or a minor healing potion.
Minor healing potion.
Okay.
Lesson learned from last time.
Oh my god, they were
Speaking of last time, who's doing the recap?
I have inspo.
I have inspo. I have inspo.
Oh!
Hello.
Okay, well,
So
I gave stupid that guy Endymion my minor healing, so I guess I will do it.
You're the note taker.
I didn't have that many.
Heartbreaker.
Okay.
We picked up last night. Off to a good start.
Recap.
I can
We're
always
doing a
remember. It's
recap.
always like right when we end that I forget. We
Okay.
had just seen the.
We were traveling to go.
Yeah,
We
you
were on the
were
road.
We were like,
hightailing
oh,
it back to ourselves.
Yes. I just can't wait to get on the road. Okay. Then we fought a band of orcs, and it was dramatique. Some of us almost died.
Oh yeah.
And that was insane.
2 death saves failed.
My short bow malfunctioned, and now it needs to be mended, which is really fucking annoying. I thought it would just fix itself, but no!
Like bows do.
Like
It's magic! This
It's
world
not
is
magic.
made
It's
up.
not a bow. Is it magic?
Silver bow.
No, not the bow is not magic. The world is magic. It doesn't matter. I'll go get it fixed. Okay. Alright.
This is all made up.
Everything is made up
Just
in this
make up that
game!
it's fixed.
So just pretend like it's fixed. Okay. We do make it to Arstelia, and there's like a huge swarm of people at the gates. And the guard is like, nah, bitch, we're not letting you in. And they had to identify everybody. And so Beldar, like, his way through and then leaves us all behind. And then they won't let me in because I'm an Ember and I have the thing. I have the flame.
The mark.
The mark. Sorry.
The emerald letter.
Is that supposed to be like a scarlet letter? But it's on my... It doesn't. Okay. We do finally make it through, though, everybody. And then we go to the castle. And we're escorted up to the meeting room, and we talk to the prince and Terranthorn. These dudes right here. One of them is two of them are silver foxes. This is nice. And the youngest prince... Look, it's my editorializing. There's the king himself and a beardy dwarf guy with a bulbous nose. His name is Korig, maybe?
I think we decided Beardy Snoots.
Beardy Snoots
Korig
was there.
Korg
He loves
Korg,
coffee.
the
Korig.
dwarf, the war advisor to King Stiltoff.
Beardy Snoots. So we tell them about the orcs we battled, and we were like, it's a thing, not great. And why would the orcs be suddenly on the move to fight? We talk about that for a while. We also talked about maybe the war drums will bring the purple worm to them, which is stressful. Or what if the orcs saw the Kraken was my hot take that no one wants to pay attention to. I'm talking to you, Prince. Anyway, we had a debate with...
Oh yeah, because the king doesn't believe they're real, or the dwarf doesn't believe the Kraken's real.
Someone doesn't believe the Kraken's real.
Somebody, but then you had some people back you up.
And then we were like, we saw it with our own 2 eyeballs. With our 2, 4, 6.
I don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
eyeballs.
With my eye holes.
With my eye holes.
I do have eye holes. And 2 dead eyeballs.
We had like a whole debate with the king and the war council.
I don't think they're balls anymore.
And basically we ended with the king is like, go to the north gate, you Baz, and help us see who's an Ember and who's not. And Prince Overith was like, can we call? So we need to call him. And so now we're kind of like, what do we do? The orcs approacheth.
Mm-hmm.
The Embers possibly approacheth.
Well,
They're now in Freyfast.
Or
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 Vifast.
Or Vifast.
Pretty far away.
It's too far away to tell.
They're up north. Beardy Snoots doesn't want to give us any good advice.
He's very racist against orcs.
I think most of them are, right?
Yeah, but him in particular.
And the king. Him and the king.
So now we left
You left the
war
council room.
council.
And
now we're debating what to do.
we're supposed to go to the north gate and help with
Identify.
the ushering in the good guys and keeping out any bad guys you might see.
Yes,
So
correct.
you can get your bow fixed on the way, I imagine.
I'm definitely gonna need to do that.
So now here we are in the castle.
Okay.
Proceed.
I need to get my bow fixed.
And we should
Yes,
call
you-
the prince.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Whose turn is it?
We
You
literally just
just
walked
left.
out of the room, so I think he probably isn't near his sending stone right now, and it would be probably uncomfortable and maybe even illegal for him to answer in the presence of the king. I don't know the protocols for those things.
You also remember that he keeps it in his
Private
in
chambers.
his chambers. Yeah.
Yes, and also it's not 10 o'clock, so can't call.
It's
Oh, it
not
doesn't
10
work.
or 10.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
But once it gets to 10 o'clock, we'll definitely give him a ring,
A jingle?
a jingle jangle,
A clink?
a talk. We'll talk at him. Baz needs her bow fixed,
Yeah,
as
she
she
does
has
fix
mentioned
that.
at least 4 dozen times in the last.
Oh, okay. Gyra's a
2
little bit
hours.
fucking snarky. Some of
No,
us
I'm just
need
keeping
our
track.
bow.
I'm simply keeping track.
Yeah, but did you almost die?
Or should I have let you
Well, let's just go
die?
to the chamber pots and we can have a pissing contest.
I cannot.
I can't.
I guess we could check somewhere in the castle or go outside the castle to see where.
Well, is
Chamber
there, like-
pots?
No, to see for a mender.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're in the city gates, right?
Oh, I'm sure there's someone who could
Sure,
repair.
armor.
Yes.
Yeah.
somewhere
I mean,
here.
There's
that
prob-
seems like something I should do before we decide what else to do.
Yeah.
Because where's my
So
accent?
we could go there first.
Drop it off and then we could talk. You know.
Yeah, we could drop it off, and then we could talk a little bit, and then we could decide whether or not we're actually going to go to Northgate, even though the king doesn't want to talk about s'mores, and it seems like I feel scared of him. So
We should go to the north
those are all my
gate.
feelings.
We did sign a paper
That's kind of how I feel.
saying specifically that we would do what the king asked us to do.
But we're under the direction of, well, you're under the direction of the prince.
Yes.
And he might have some differing of opinion.
And did he tell you that?
He did the...
Yes.
He did do that. He's our friend.
We have no other instructions as of yet.
Yeah, so let's go get my bow fixed.
Yes.
We can go to the north gate until... Ooh.
There's a hard R for you.
Ooh. Until it's 10 o'clock. And then we chat with the prince, and maybe that informs things for us.
Maybe he calls us earlier. No.
Maybe he will call us.
You think he'll call us before we call him?
That would be great.
Oh, that'd be great.
What time of day is it?
It's about 10 o'clock.
Because we rode all through the night.
Yeah, it's we'll say it's around midday.
Okay. So we should probably not take a nap because that's just not going to help anything.
No, you'll just get groggy for the rest of the day.
Yeah, everybody has a level of exhaustion. Make sure you keep that in mind
Oh,
when making any skill checks.
Okay.
You have
Does that mean
disadvantage.
we roll a disadvantage?
Mhm.
Fun.
Okay, we leave the castle because we don't necessarily know where to look in the castle for an armor or someone, and probably they're busy. As we're walking along, we just look for a weapon shop or something.
Okay, I mean, easy enough.
A Fletcher.
Yeah, you find one. In the fancier districts, you're able to find one pretty easily, and it'll cost you 5 gold
Okay.
to get fixed.
Worth it.
10 gold if you want it fixed right now.
Well,
Okay, 10 gold it is.
Okay. So it takes a little time, because you have to be very careful, and you want to make sure to maintain the quality that is this bow. It's very, very nice. It's a very fine bow. Okay, so we'll say that takes like an hour and a half or so.
and we talk while we're there. Unless we have any, do we have anything else to discuss? I think we have a plan, right?
Pretty much. I mean, he directly told us we have to go to the gate to assist right now. Correct?
Me, at least.
And we can at least do that for a couple hours. Because they said it was going to be, correct me if I'm wrong, a couple of days before the orc horde would show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're moving
Like,
so slowly.
3 days? Or is that like 2 days?
Well, a
Is that
couple.
like 5 days?
A couple
We
is
don't
like 2.
Depends on how
Yes.
quickly they're able. Nobody knows how fast this horde is moving because we're the only ones to see it. So
In
we
that
have no way
case,
of
should we
knowing.
take a long rest so that...
Tonight we should.
We will after. We're not to know.
Did the king tell us we could take a long rest now? It seems like no. I'm scared. Like I
No.
said, I'm scared.
Oh, well, we should go to the gate. We go to the gate.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you'll be there.
Okay.
As long as you choose. The people are like almost feels like never ending. More people coming down the road. The shanty town was still large enough that it's a significant amount of people. And so yeah, you'll be there for the remainder of the afternoon into the evening. Unless you change your mind, yeah.
At 10 o'clock we call.
Oh, okay. Well,
Unless there's
before
something
that,
before
before that happens,
Yeah.
we'll say that the prince is in discussions in the council room for another like 2 or 3 hours or so, and so you guys are at the front gate when you hear
That's our
coming from the bag of holding.
What is that?
I can't be
Whose
trusted.
turn is it?
Hopefully, I tricked people online.
Is it?
I will
Like-
take it.
Okay.
Hello? Ghostbusters.
Hello, Ghostbusters.
Hello?
I don't think.
Are you in a private place?
No,
What?
we're
Like everyone around, like people just like pushing past as they're coming through the gate.
Well, so you guys are the way that this gate is working is it's the front gate is 2 stone like 1 foot thick stone doorways. In front of that is a portcullis with a metal door for the size of like a wagon or so. There's like a good half circle of guards, and so they're just kind of letting people in one at a time, or multiple people at a time, multiple families at a time, that kind of thing, as you identify them and are reconfirmed by the half elf advisor of the king. So you guys are just in the area. It's loud, but it's kind of like a crowd noise, kind of a hum. Anyway, so you can still hear.
I mean, would there be a place like
Alcove.
somewhere in the like is there like any doors into like the walls or like where the guards would be, like anywhere where we could get some privacy, or we'd probably have to go
Yeah.
distance?
So Beldar is still with you.
Mhm.
As he needs to make sure that she is staying in line.
Okay.
So you can maybe ask him, or how do you want to?
My thought would be if one of us wants to stay with Baz and Beldar,
Yeah.
and another person could come with me, so we don't totally split, and then we could just take the call, come relay it back,
Okay.
split the party, but smartly.
All right. Who's going with Endymion then?
What if I was like me?
I think you gotta stay.
What if I was like me? Oh no!
I'll stay.
Also smart in case
I'll
we're
go.
getting scryed upon. So
More.
Why
So
not?
you
I'll
two?
go. Yep.
Okay. You find a quiet place in an alley, if you'd like.
yeah, well, let them know like, hey, we're stepping away from the gate to
You
find
do-
a quiet spot.
You do that.
Far out of earshot.
All right.
You
So,
do that.
so I don't remember who brought it up, but the idea of a diplomatic mission
Sorry.
is something that I would very much like to get behind. My father and Korig are, well, let's say maybe jaded from the constant battles and death that the orcs have created. They see them as just simply an enemy to be defeated. But I would like to try, at least, if we can save some lives, to at least find out why they're on the move, or ideally if we can negotiate with them, that would be even better. I believe that Korig believes that it'll be another couple days before they get to the walls, at which time he says that they will set fire to everything they can and possibly try and starve us out. This is extremely bad news for us because we've been feeding the masses ever since the calamity. Our stores are nearly depleted. We cannot maintain a siege for very long. However, I believe we should be able to survive long enough, given the fact that our ports will still be open. The orcs have never been known to be able to stop ships. They have no navy. And if they're only coming from the north, then we also still have the south. So perhaps the food provisions aren't going to be a problem, but it's something to consider. Anyway, what are you thinking?
I think one of the questions was the stores and if the city could survive a siege. How long do you think you could make it if it did come to battle? You know,
Well, if we can maintain our shipping lanes and our path south to Unbent and the farms below, then indefinitely, honestly. Unless for some reason they circle around and cut us off from the south, then all we have are the ports, which we will have to maintain. So it's a variable, but as it stands, indefinitely.
well, that was one of my ideas for the group was if the city can't survive a siege, then it wouldn't make sense to send us out on a ship to help find provisions. I think our talents are better used elsewhere. If you believe we can make some headway with a diplomatic mission, we can certainly do that. I speak Orcish. I can't speak for the rest of the group. I think I might be the only one, but
That's
But then you
beneficial.
could speak for the group.
we could try. I've only interacted with half-orcs, and I know they're a sensitive group.
Yeah.
This could be potentially very dangerous.
But, I mean, it doesn't sit well with me, at least, speaking for myself, to just assume that they're on the offensive when they very well could be on the defensive and also need some protection.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's at minimum we should send you off with one of our orc diplomats. Usually, well, anyway, I'll have Gulgrak accompany you.
Okay.
He's made some headway with speaking to some of the tribes. Some of the tribes are much more aggressive than the others. The ones that are less aggressive, we've been able to sort of smooth things out, if you will, to at least have a ceasefire. The others, however, not so much. So he'll be able to identify which tribes are in the siege and which ones are not. Hopefully, it's the ones we've made progress diplomatically with, but well, we'll see what happens. I'm starting to wonder if I should accompany this.
Would that be safe? I mean, I'm concerned going personally.
But staying could also prove dangerous.
Well, yeah. Just thinking any group
Oh, that's true.
speaking with an orc horde,
That's true.
might be a coin flip.
Proximity makes a difference.
Yeah.
But you'd be welcome to join us, Prince.
I guess that would be the other question is, we would be taking Baz with us, and that would be one less, visual spotter for the gates, but at least you have options for that. I think we work better as a group, so we would all need to go together.
Oh, certainly. How is the rabble at the gates? Is there still a large group? It's getting smaller as time goes on.
Oh, okay.
It's getting smaller as time goes on.
Very well. Then you have my permission to have Bastion St. Pierre relinquish her responsibility at the gate and return to your group. We have some time. I think if we were to perform a diplomatic mission, it's going to be difficult, no matter if they are on the move or if they've settled outside the gates. Either way, according to Korig, the leaders will be in the middle of the masses until battle occurs, in which case they'll be at the front. But once battle occurs, then a diplomatic mission is useless. So we would have to do it at least either on the road or just before they begin their siege. Either way, we have some time to think about it. I'll tell you what. I'm going to do some research on my own, and why don't you guys consider what you'll do? And I'll have Gulgrak meet you at the tavern near the castle. You know what? No, just come back to the castle whenever you're free. You've got the afternoon to yourselves. So we'll reconvene this evening. All right, that's it for me now.
Thank you. Love you. Bye.
All right, so he ends the call.
Gotta keep that.
Yeah, you gotta be polite.
Well, we'll go tell the others, and head back.
All right, you go and tell Baz she's relinquished. She may relinquish her post at the north gate.
Yay! Woo. You're welcome for this service.
And so you have this afternoon to do whatever you will.
Well, is it already the evening? Because if it was midday.
No,
10 p.m.
so it was midday, and then he said
he called.
he
I
called
forgot.
you guys.
We didn't wait till 10.
Remember the-
Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't forget that. I'm doing great right now. Yeah.
So we'll say it's
Thursday
like
afternoon.
it's early afternoon.
Well,
When will
The bells are ringing. The horde of people outside are coming in, and there's more people coming from the farms nearby and the farming communities. But so places are filling up quick. The one of the benefits of your post as servants to the crown is that you'll always have a place to stay at the castle, which is nice.
Probably do that.
But
I mean, it seems like we're gonna be there already. Tonight.
but if there's something else you want to do, if there's anything you want to try and purchase before anything happens,
We should probably suck up on healing potion.
Yo.
stack up on healing potions.
And some of us need to get our bow before we go back.
Well, I think
Well,
they
you-
immediately
you already
got
did
it.
it. You paid extra.
you paid extra to get it done within like an hour.
Yay!
We have stuff to sell too.
Do we?
Because money's what you need right now.
Yeah,
was so
we-
You don't have enough money.
We only had time to do like 2 things. So
Yeah.
we sold the tomes.
We
Mm,
sold
I
the
think so.
tomes. That's it. We have a bunch of other stuff, but I don't know if it's.
So I'll say, anything that's uncommon. I'm not sorry. Common, uncommon on the magic item list is available for you to buy. Anything rare or higher will require a roll to see if they're in stock.
Because I definitely want a Qual's Feather token.
You do?
No.
Oh.
Nobody
If
ever
anyone
wants a
needs
Qual's
the
Feather
link,
token.
I'll just post it on the Discord
Yeah, that'd be great.
underneath that fantastic werewolf gif.
Really was excellent.
Was good. Sane magical presence.
Some of us need potions.
Yeah. I mean,
Healing
yeah,
potions.
healing potions.
Let's see.
Greater healing is an uncommon for 150 gold.
That's crazy.
So expensive.
That is not. Superior is 450.
Ah! Christ.
How much gold do you have?
Well, tons, but that just feels like a lot.
Well, tons.
Well, when you have as many hit points as you guys have, a superior healing potion is 8d4 plus 8.
It's a lot.
8d4, 4 times 8 is 32, 16 plus 8. So it'd be 24, on average, a 24 point turnaround. How many hit points do you have?
66.
So yeah, I mean, if you get down kind of low,
Yeah.
good to have.
Yeah.
Now, those are very rare, so we're going to have to roll to see if they're available. But, just saying. Greater healing are uncommon, so that you can have as many of those as you want to buy.
Yep.
Up to...
I think we definitely... At least we should have one each. Right?
You're going to be gouged on the prices, given that the bells are ringing. So all the shops are like, well, people are about to...
Yeah.
How
Pandemic
much is
rules
hoard?
apply.
Yeah.
How much is gouged?
We'll say 20%.
Oof.
It's like real
After
life.
Barovia.
So for a greater healing potion, we'll say 180.
I'm gonna do a greater healing.
Okay. So 180.
Minor is just technically just potion of healing, correct?
Yeah.
So
50
that's
gold.
50.
So plus, what did I say, 20%?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So 60 gold.
I'm also gonna do a greater.
Okay.
Greater.
180. No one wants a superior.
I do, actually.
Okay.
Took the words out of my mouth.
I would take a
Add
superior.
90, so that's 540.
Yeah, don't we
Oh,
have
we
to
need to
roll
roll.
it?
Okay, let me see. We'll say these are very rare.
I roll or you roll?
I will roll.
That makes sense. Like,
What?
very rare. It jumps from uncommon to very rare. It just skips over rare, you know.
Okay, well, we'll call it halfway between rare and very rare. So we'll say a 13 DC.
Okay.
And you can go to like multiple shops. So the first shop, just do that real quick. It's a 3, so I
They're
guess
out.
They have
they're
3
out.
in stock.
They're out. The next shop you go to has, with that, we'll say they have 3 available.
Okay. So
This is
do
the high-end district.
how much was it? I'm sorry.
540 per.
I'm gonna buy one greater and one normal, or the minor.
Okay.
So that's 240 total
Okay.
with your prices. So
Nice.
currently I have a minor and then 2 greater healing potions. in
I
those
have-
current stock.
A minor, a greater, and a superior.
360.
And I still have 100 gold, so okay.
You have 5,100 gold because you took all Simone's stuff.
Can we convert that to
And what about the
convert
platinum?
the platinum to?
I have
No, that is converting the platinum.
Oh, okay.
That's with the platinum.
Maybe I should do that. What is that conversion again?
How many platinum do you have? It's always 10x.
10 platinum.
We had 250
Or 10
each.
gold to a platinum.
So times 10.
So 2,500 gold.
Okay.
That's with my platinum, yeah.
I'd rather just have that than
Platinum
with
felt too hard
Platinum
to-
seems confusing to me.
Okay.
I can't think in platinum, all right?
You like the jingle.
Yeah, think in gold.
Yeah.
It's a very heavy bag of gold.
It's made up.
I know I'm sure there's denominations, but for my head,
We'll say that
thinking
you
gold.
you maintain your platinum supply, but
Is that
for
okay?
conversion, yeah, of course.
Like, I'm just like,
you
I
get no
can't think in
benefit from
platinum.
it.
No!
I was
Nope,
like,
gotta keep it.
absolutely not.
In fact, I'm going to give you epsilon or whatever it's called,
Oh, I was gonna say, in fact, I'll take 10 platinum away.
which is like 2.5 gold per.
Ugh,
It's horrible. Nobody uses it.
What?
that's stupid.
It's very stupid. What's
And
it called?
What?
Like the
Oh,
there's one
Electrum.
Electrum.
Yeah, the EP, the thing between
That's dumb.
copper and silver, between silver and gold or whatever.
Yeah, it's so stupid. 2.5.
Does anybody have an Iron Stone of Strength?
No.
No.
No, I mean like I didn't mean you.
Uh-oh.
It's a very rare.
Okay, that I feel like is a very rare, so
Mhm.
I'm gonna say that's a 15 DC.
Okay, not even sure.
Ooh, somebody does have one.
Nice.
Do I want that or do I want an Iron Stone of Protection, which is only a rare?
I'll say that the roll is good for either,
Okay.
but not both.
Yeah, I don't think I could afford both.
Hey, Josh, do you want to grab me a beer? Yes. Thanks. Just grab them both.
Iron Stone of
I don't even know what else to buy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I actually have.
So it gives me a +2 to Strength.
Dude.
You could buy a scroll of teleportation circle.
Oh shit, can you?
Save yourself the grief of having to take that at a level.
Yeah, how much are they?
Let's see. What is greater, or what is the teleportation circle?
You have a 5th level
Is
spell.
Yes, it is a 5th level spell scroll, which would be
640.
doable.
Do you have to be a spellcaster?
No, anyone can read any scroll.
Okay.
Can I even equip anything else?
What do you mean?
I'm just thinking. Oh shit! I didn't write down my equip. By the ring spell story, I prepare enough closure. I think I can still equip something.
How many things do you have attuned, everybody?
Ooh, 2.
Didn't I ask you to pick some magic item?
Yep.
You
I didn't.
do that.
Can I pick something
I
now?
don't know
You
why
get a
I'm
free-
trying to help anybody. Yes, pick something of rare.
Legendary. I think he said legendary.
I heard him say
Of rare
rare.
that's under 8,000 gold.
Okay.
Slippers of spider climbing.
Ooh, very nice.
Oh, the crystal in my wrist is the other.
Okay, so should I buy then a scroll of teleportation scroll?
Circle? I mean, can you afford it?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear how much it was.
640.
Oh, yeah. Might
That's
as well.
with the inflation.
Might as well.
Oh, plus the inflation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Inflation.
20% markup.
So
Helm of teleportation.
That seems good.
Very
it's
expensive.
How much is
768
it?
though.
64,000?
64,000?
I mean,
think
it
so.
seems
There are
pretty
3
good.
zeros after
Yeah.
the 64.
I mean, that's a lot.
Okay, I'll buy a scroll, teleportation scroll,
Oh, great.
Okay.
for 768 gold.
A scroll of teleportation circle.
Scroll of teleportation
Circle.
circle.
Because those are different spells.
Yes, indeed.
Is that smart?
Teleport. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure,
I
yeah.
think so.
If we know that Eris Vint is using teleportation circles,
Then it's probably gonna come in handy.
then we
Also,
have,
just in general, being
We've-
able to, 3 different teleportation circles that you can fast travel to
Yeah.
and from. So, like, I still think, I mean, I'm not going to give you guys any advice, but I still think that would be a beneficial thing for the group. In like, it's not a sexy spell for Endymion to learn, but
Yeah.
being able to fast travel around the realm seems pretty good.
I think, yeah, the next level I will definitely be taking it, swap it out for something else.
Okay, I have a scroll of teleportation circle.
Okay.
Bye.
All right, anyone else? Shopping spree.
Where's Mom when I need her?
Hey, it's your girls' trip. You're here.
Everybody-
And you're shopping. Maybe you can do something in her honor.
Maybe I go get a massage and have a champagne and oysters.
There you go.
In her honor.
Yeah, didn't you guys? You went to the spa back in Unbent, and
Is that We
what
had
did
champagne
she-
and oysters.
is that what you guys did?
Yeah.
In this particular area, you can go to a champagne bar or an oyster bar, high-end one, overlooking the ocean,
That sounds
where
pretty
there's
great.
lovely music playing. It's like dark and moody and
That's cries the
beautiful.
whole time.
Everything is just like pristine.
That's nice.
And they have champagne ice shavings to go on to champagne / vinegar ice shavings to go on top of your oysters.
Sounds nice.
All right, you want to do that this evening before you go to the castle? Okay.
Yes, I do.
Fresh baked French bread,
Oh, I love this.
or that's French bread.
Yeah, French bread.
Yeah.
A baguette.
Mhm.
Same.
I'm getting an eye instead of protection because I need my armor class to be
Listen.
21.
I thought it was already.
No, it's 20. No, it's 21.
Can we just make D&D an adventure of what we're eating in each town?
I mean, Allison used to do that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
She used to always
Which
recommend
Which is
like
an ion
Donuts and dingus.
she'd always
It is
Is there a
1200 normally.
What do they specialize in?
Oh, I'm gonna do that.
Because there's that ring of
I'm gonna do that now.
And she would like her characters always wanted to like
a ring of
learn
protection would actually probably be
the
better. How much is
recipes of
that?
like the different areas.
But that's a lot more. Ring of protection is
Wholesome.
3,500.
Oh,
It's
Make
rare.
D&D whatever you want it to
Oh,
be.
okay.
All right.
It is.
No, I will.
straight up
Happy
plus
to
one bonus
oblige.
AC and saving throws.
Scroll
And
of
saving throws.
teleportation.
That's the big thing. The iron stone is just to AC. So, all right.
Very
But-
cool.
How much was that?
1440.
God, it seems so low. Okay.
It kind of does. It was 1200 plus the 240.
It was common? Uncommon?
It's rare. It's
Oh,
a
we had
cheap
to roll
rare.
for that though.
You
Oh,
said-
I already
you said
did.
it
I already did. Yeah.
It was either that or grab a thing that added 2 to my strength for like all of my gold, and I was like, it's more on theme to just get my armor class as high as
Yeah, that
possible.
is true enough.
So,
All right, so you have a little crystal floating around your head.
Yeah. It's like,
Really?
Yep.
yeah, that's how it works. I just kind of like, boop, and it just like floats. Right
And
in.
he gets, and you notice that he has the shield from the original Dune. The like very blocky Lego kind of looking shiver
Oh.
shield.
Oh, great. Good. All right.
Because Gyrus doesn't stand out
enough.
enough.
Even more.
He looks regular to me.
Anyone else? Did Willow pick her rare item?
Yeah, an amulet of health. While I'm wearing it, my constitution score is 19.
Nice.
What was it before?
No, before it was 14.
Oh my god.
That gives you a lot of hit points.
What?
Because when your constitution score increases,
Your hit point
For
max goes
it
up.
retroactively.
Really?
Yeah.
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 So it's like you
Just
had
move on
19 from level 1, is how you calculate your hit points now.
Yeah, and so what is the
19's a plus 4.
Yes.
Yeah, it's plus 4.
Yes.
So we're level 9.
And you were 14?
I was
Let's find out the
14.
difference here.
14.
14 is a plus 2, so she gets a plus 2 times 9, so you have 18 more hit points.
I like
Nice.
that.
Nice.
Now, so then I also add 18 to my current hit points.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I didn't.
Because we haven't
lose
long rested yet. So.
You're not going to go into battle before you long rest, just do it now.
our
You can
long
remove
rest.
your exhaustion as well. That's going to happen.
Sweet.
This is the calm before the storm.
Mhm.
Take advantage. You guys are eating at an oyster bar
Yay!
this evening.
Guys
Oyster
just
slash...
Can't get enough shellfish.
It's in Simone's honor.
for you to binge and purge a bunch of shellfish.
Yeah. Binge, yes. The purging wasn't intentional. I was nervous.
Were you hoping for some any wine, or is it just the champagne?
I'm just gonna keep drinking the champagne.
Okay, you going with the fanciest champagne or the not as fancy?
We're gonna
champagne?
start with the fanciest. Then we're gonna have some lower.
When it
Classic
no longer matters.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna start and get a good champs buzz going with the good stuff,
Okay.
and then switch to like a Cobel type situation when
Okay.
we're already good and drunk.
All right, and you're going with the nicest of oysters.
Duh.
And what's everybody else having this evening apart from the machine?
I'm having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm having.
A mimosa? Can I have orange juice with my champagne?
This is the fanciest of places. You can absolutely
Great.
go for it.
Like fresh squeeze.
Mhm.
They squeeze it in front of us.
Yeah, there's like a whole ceremony for it.
It's like they come to your table like when they make guac at your table.
Mhm.
Exactly right.
Yes.
But it's orange
Uh-huh,
juice.
uh-huh.
That sounds nice.
They have actually a cart for different like champagne drinks, like specific, like shaved.
This is my
with,
dream.
with like shaved ice and
Wow.
different fruits and like a mortar and pestle to get all that stuff. And
They're
We
six.
never leave here. We stay here
we
forever.
stay here and say to hell with everything
Yes.
else, and we spend all our money.
Let them eat oysters.
You
Yes.
just throw oysters down onto the people below.
My son has a shellfish allergy. How dare could you? You're killing
You should
my
have
boy.
died long ago.
This is the
Your
hardest
weakling
road.
shouldn't have lasted.
You
You
did
should
him a
have
disservice.
died long ago.
This is a seaport.
You should have died long
Allergies
ago.
are God's way of telling you you should be
You should have
dead.
been dead.
Oh my
Um,
God.
Willow
Okay.
doesn't actually eat the oysters, but she'll have is there kelp and
No.
kale?
This is the fancy.
There's like salads
Okay.
that you could go
like
with.
seaweed salad.
Yeah, seaweed salad.
Kelp, is kelp a thing that people eat?
Sometimes.
Is kelp a thing that furbolgs eat?
I'm a vegan. I'm not gonna eat.
I'm not a
oysters.
virgin. I'm a vegan. Keep
I'm a
up.
level 10 vegan. I don't
I'm
eat
a
anything
level
that,
10
I don't,
vegan.
I don't eat anything that casts a shadow.
I don't know. My kids
Oh
have been
my
watching
God.
Octonauts, so kelp just came out of my mouth.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
was gonna say, yeah, you're a vegan, but
I mean,
sure they have-
sure, yes. You
Okay.
know what? This is all made up.
I'm sure have
They make
nuts.
a very fine kelp salad.
Mm,
Usually it comes with like sushi grade raw fish
Mhm.
on it, but you can ask for that not to be the case.
I do.
They even have a furbolg option that is only the dead fish that have been found on the shores, but that have died from natural causes. If you really want some protein.
Yeah, I mean,
Is
it would be
that
wasteful.
Scott
not.
Pilgrim.
What?
Where he's like, I'm a level 10 vegan.
It's from The Simpsons.
Oh,
Simpsons.
yeah.
Don't eat anything that casts a shadow. That's funny.
It was good. Okay.
That was so clever.
All right. Does Endymion partake in any particular Last Supper kind of meal?
Last Supper, why do we
it's
call
not
it
a
that?
Last Supper.
Or last, that's not the right phrase. Last,
Meal?
when you dying on death row?
Your last meal?
Yeah,
Last meal,
Yeah.
Last Supper.
Oh yeah.
We're not-
I mean, what kind
Kyle,
of
we're
restaurant are we
not
at?
dying.
You're at a
We're at an oyster bar. God damn.
oyster and champagne bar, but they also have like a steakhouse next, like
You have
attached.
access to the
Keep it up.
kitchen.
Yeah.
I will probably do a largest steak,
Boo.
extra potatoes.
Okay.
You get some
I'm also
oysters
going to order
on
a
it.
side of whipped potatoes.
Mm.
Does it go with oysters? Not really, but I don't care.
Nothing goes with what goes with oysters?
Salt water.
Bread.
Yeah, bread.
Bread,
And
hush puppies. What?
in a sense of
Some
And
of us
whipped-
are from
whipped-
Louisiana.
Whipped mashed
Yeah,
potatoes. Lobster rolls.
Lobster rolls.
I mean, I would eat
As an
lobster.
aside, the crystal repertory on
Mhm.
my wrist is something I need to be attuned to.
Yeah,
So yes.
I think so.
So you're tuned to all
And I
of
kind
things?
of want to think that you don't have a choice.
You don't have any more room to attune to anything, right?
Correct.
You
'Cause
have
I don't want to
3 or
remove my
4?
periaph of wound closure.
That would be a smart move.
And the other one is the ring of spell storing, which I could take on and off.
You're allowed to have 3 that you're attuned
Yeah.
to?
Yeah. And there's one other item
Anybody
I
can
would
use
like
that.
to do, but it's kind of hit or miss. So,
I mean, you could pass the spell storing ring off to somebody.
Yeah.
Who has open slots?
Me.
does anybody else have open slots?
Me.
For attunement?
Baz.
Baz does. And
I
she
do.
knows how to use it.
I mean, I'm not
And
a
she can
spellcaster.
shadow step out of
Would
some
is
damage.
spell casting?
She could cast it on herself and just evade it.
Whoa! Too meta.
So stupid.
I dodged the
I
fireball.
dodged
Oh,
the
it uses
fireball.
original caster. Okay.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the person
What?
holding it.
Oh, the
There's
spell ring
one
of spell
one
storing.
item I would maybe ask you about.
Well, let's hear it.
Wow, we were eating and now we're
I know,
back
I'm
shopping.
sorry, I was
God
doing
damn it!
One last thing.
Well,
was
he
living my
went.
oyster fantasy.
He was window shopping. Now that
Mm.
he's back at the table, he's been chewing on it, and
Literally.
now he's going to make a decision.
I've heard of the Elven Chain before,
It's my
Which
favorite
is-
rapper.
which is a rare.
It's off the
It is a
chain.
rare armor.
The chain.
Well,
So
let's
we would
see
need to
if it's
roll.
available. 12 or higher. Aww. Womp womp.
So I don't
Answers that question.
need to take the spell storing, the ring of spells.
Currently not. I will maybe keep
But it would
looking
look
because
so
that would be
good
kind of
on
the
me.
only armor I could wear.
Yeah, how many elves are around? Any of them have chain we could take?
Like a gold chain
Yeah.
that an
Yeah,
elf is wearing.
A
Just, like,
wrapper.
It's full chain mail.
Just take them out. Well, then we have to kill a lot of elves and
A lot of
turn their
elves.
chains into mail.
Is that honorable?
I'm not speaking as Giles
Oh,
right now.
This is
I think that's pretty obvious.
I
We'll
don't
keep
have
it
my
out.
accent or anything.
Not doing my voice.
I am so scared that we're getting so much opportunity to shop and prepare thyself for battle.
Well, just remember, Beldar is still at the bar just watching you guys, too.
Fuck you, Beldor.
He's
Enjoy
cannon
some
fodder.
champagne.
NPCs are cannon fodder. He will be the first to die.
But
Yeah.
he also can cause some good damage.
He can,
Baz
which means
is
he
over
will
there
run
just
in
like,
first.
Indeed.
And he did a good
Did-
job of sending his men to tell the people to run away and get safe.
He did a nice thing. There was talk of giving Beldar Hirsch, or I should say loaning, the Sun Sword.
I don't.
Don't love that, but
What is
also
his
I'm not
weapon?
attuned to it.
It's a great sword.
Which is a
Two-handed weapon, 2d6 plus 5.
What's the sun sword?
1d10 if you're holding it with 2.
but it's a +2 weapon.
Yeah.
And
You know who loves
sheds
having that sun
light
sword.
If
and is
it hits undead, it
Radiant.
does extra radiant damage.
Is radiant
Yeah, but we're not going up against undead. We're up against
True enough.
orcs.
It was just a +2 weapon that's sitting in our inventory.
I don't have
Yeah. So maybe
emotional
not-
attachment
not
to the
as-
sun sword.
I wouldn't say quite as great because
it's also a +3,
It's +2.
2.
+2.
if it's 1d10 plus 2 if he's wielding it two-handed, then the average is 8, whereas 8 plus 5.
It's weird because they call it the Sun Blade, not the Sun Sword.
Whereas the
+2 attack and damage rolls, deals radiant damage, damage.
there's +2 on the attack and damage. Yeah, which the great sword, the average. It's a difference of 1. Great
Well, you have a better chance. You have a better chance at dealing like a good average with 2d6, right?
Yeah, then 1d8 or 1d10. Yeah. I think the great sword. I don't think the difference is enough for it to matter.
Okay.
If we were going up against undead, then we would definitely want it out. I think, but
I don't
At
know,
that
are
point-
orcs like...
orcs are
They're
orcs.
just
They're humanoids.
Oh.
Well, we can hold on to it. It was just
No
like if it
no
was
resistance.
significantly better than what he has, and
Yeah.
we're going into battle together, then it'd be like, hey, use the
Crazy.
use the
Sun
super
sword is not as good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Cool.
good, makes me feel better because I did not want to do that, but it was a thought.
Yeah.
All right. You still had time if you wanted to sell some things.
I don't have things. Do you have
What's in the-
stuff to
what's in the
sell?
bag?
Bag of holding?
Things.
What's in the
There's, like,
box?
the sun sword.
What's
There's
in the box?
I
I
don't...
don't think we have Gwyneth Paltrow's head. We had other.
We don't have Gwyneth Paltrow's head. We got rid of the
You
heads.
buried
already.
that.
We got rid of the heads. We sold
You know what?
one. We turned one in. And we interred one and turned one in.
Let me look.
Turn one in on good faith.
Yeah. Because
Don't we sell like a potion of invisibility?
Kale,
Scroll,
she
purify
cares,
food
she-
and drink.
She sent it to me. Okay, we have.
And make sure we mark up all the things we sold too.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then
No, we don't.
No.
Oh, okay. We have some things of historical value that are worth 1,000 gold.
Those you sold.
We sold those. Do we?
Let's mark them off.
I can't mark it off. This is a screenshot.
Okay.
A short sword, 7 great axes, 2
scratch.
scimitars, 5 short bows,
Where
2
are you
potions of
seeing this?
invisibility. On Discord. A longbow, 4 daggers, cartographic map, ring of spell storing, artifacts and rugs. Yeah, you already sold that.
We still have 2 potions of invisibility.
I don't believe you guys ever used them.
Nice.
I didn't know we had 2.
Yep, we do.
Scroll of purify food and drink.
Yep.
Orbs of tree sprouting.
so we don't really have.
Yes, we
anything
have.
to sell.
Yeah.
And a bead of force,
I have.
which is like a Pokeball.
Mhm.
Orbs of tree sprouting and the bead of force.
So if we find ourselves near the leader, we want to get the most charismatic person close, and then we just pop them both in the Pokeball, and they have to talk it out.
Great. That
And
sounds
no one,
good.
No one else can do anything.
So I.
That's you.
So perhaps there is not.
Talk.
So I'll say that you.
Oh,
you
we
sell
also have
your-
a stone of good luck.
I have the stone of good luck.
Okay.
We'll say that you sell the random assortment of things. So let's see. Great axes.
Because we also
What's
from the
15 times 7? That's 7, and 70 is 105 gold. Go ahead and mark down 105 gold to add.
Garcias.
divided by
2
4.
scimitars. We'll just add it all together. It might be easier that way. 2 scimitars. 25 more gold. So that's 130. 5 short bows. I don't know if you want to keep any of those short bows just in case something breaks.
Maybe just 1.
Okay, so we'll say 4 short bows. We'll say that's another 25 gold. A long bow for another 25 gold. 4 daggers for 3 gold. And 1 short sword. Short sword for another 5 gold.
We're at 188 right now.
Okay, that is everything apart from like the magic items and stuff.
Okay, so we each
And
get 47
again,
gold.
This is from June, so you might have more stuff than that by now.
Do we want to add that, or do we want to get? We could get 2 minor healing or 1 greater for that, pretty much.
Maybe we could just spend the 187.
That's fine.
and get a greater healing.
Do
That's
we want
fine.
to do 1 greater and give it to somebody? I've got 2 greater healings and then 1 minor.
I have a minor, a greater, and a superior.
I have
I
a
have
greater
it.
and minor.
I have a superior and 2 graders.
So we could give it to Willow. She's the only one with 2 instead of 3.
Great.
All right, so
yes,
we need
and we
to,
have
need to clean up our inventory on the bags of
Yes.
holding.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I will do that.
I should get a little notepad.
'Cause
Just
we
be like,
also
this
have-
is the pack.
Just gonna
4 short swords,
Whiteboard.
4 daggers, family heirlooms, and 10 scimitars.
I think those were.
Can we just chalkboard here? I think we sold all those
Mm-mm.
when we got to.
All right, well, just in case there's a
No.
rounding error, we'll say that you have another 10
Okay.
gold.
Great.
Okay, so we don't have any of those.
And all of those are gone.
So, with the leftovers, what is that? 16 total. Who wants to take the 16 gold?
Give it. You can have
That's
it.
4 apiece.
That's 4 apiece.
There
Everybody
you
gets
go.
4 gold.
4 gold for everybody.
Yay!
All right.
Which we probably paid for this dinner.
No, we're eating for free.
Oh, we're
kidding
eating
me?
for free.
No.
Oh.
You guys are at a fancy restaurant.
Oh, sorry. I'm eating for free.
Yeah, because you're not eating anything.
I'm just putting mashed potatoes in your mouth and then
You're chewing the scenery.
eating up off your chest.
Okay, because you went with the fanciest bottle of champagne they had,
Oh, I have to pay
Oh,
for this.
no.
Okay.
and also all of the things that everybody mentioned, are you a champagne drinker or are you drinking something else?
I'm probably not a champagne drinker, so
Probably a hard liquor kind of guy.
Well, give me a what does Endymion drink?
it would probably be some sort of maybe we'll do a hard liquor sort of situation. Some kind of
It's actually
Whiskey?
vodka. He loves vodka.
maybe.
I feel like Endymion might be a
He likes-
vodka.
It comes up here from Navogel.
It's a Smirnoff Ice kind of guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
is
sure.
a
Sure, I'll do
Smirnoff
that.
Ice kind of guy.
Either way,
Okay, you have a vodka drink. You have a whiskey drink. Anybody?
a big old steak
It's
and
a-
multiple
it's a-
potatoes.
drink.
I got you.
Okay, so we'll say all together, you guys have racked up a bill. I mean, how long are we looking at staying and drinking?
I don't know.
Are we
20 minutes.
merrymaking as well?
Well,
Some of us are crying.
long
In
enough for
walks-
Shannon to have multiple bottles.
In walks in
Or
Two-ish.
a familiar face.
The prince!
No.
The king!
Oh no,
No.
the guy, this
Beldar,
guy.
lose my
No.
shit.
Beldar's in there already. He has to watch her the entire time they're
Oh
in
yeah,
town.
you're right. He is here. He's just
Well, he's seeing
Well,
Valkyrie
he-
a lot.
He can pick up our town.
He's
Yeah, I
not-
can.
Wait, hold on. Is it?
It's this guy. Ding, ding, ding,
I don't-
ding, 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 ding. Is it
Where
Benny?
Is it?
Is it Benny?
I don't know.
She's
Find
too
out.
sad. My heart's not open.
It's
Guys,
dead
it's
Benny.
Eris Vint.
It's
"Hey,
Harris
motherfucker."
Vince.
Hey guys.
Hey, guys, I give up.
You know
Hey,
what?
I surrender.
I tried real hard, and you know what? It's just exhausting.
It's very isolating. I want friends.
Yeah. I really miss what we had.
We're lonely.
Yeah.
Like I know
Really
we're like small
smoking
enemies and everything,
hot.
but like you guys want to like hang out?
You guys are like, hang out.
Yeah, like bygones be bygones.
It's just more
And
satisfying.
I just go. Third
Oh.
level fireball.
It's a blank page. Oh no, it's the Beholder.
No, no,
In walks in.
no! I hate
Yeah,
that
he
guy.
walks on his eye stops.
The Kraken.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I said it. I
was-
said this guy.
Finnick Reed Hollow walks in
I
with
said,
like sunglasses on and a big hat and is like, yeah, so.
Oh my God, Finnick, you're not that.
Is anybody actually?
Nobody notices
nobody
him
cares.
whatsoever.
Oh my god.
He like bumps into someone's like. He pulls out like a picture of himself and signs it and hands it to them. Like,
It's a waitress.
He is very good at making people happy.
then he gets noticed and people were like, and like there is kind of like a
Oh,
like it is like he is somewhat popular, but he's not nearly as popular as he thinks he is.
Listen,
And so he gets shown a seat in a booth in the corner somewhere in the dark. Sort of, you know,
she's so
away.
merry.
He looks and he sees you guys and like cheers to
We
you.
cheers from a Disney Finnick. What up, homie? You're so little. You love songs.
The owner of the establishment walks over, and you see them kind of have a conversation.
Finnick's
And
gonna pick up our time.
he says like way too loudly like, "Well, if you insist." And he like
I'm not
out
prepared
of
at all.
nowhere comes out a lute. And he walks over to where the small orchestra is. It's like a 5-person type thing with like strings and a piano. Anyway, he goes over to the sort of semi-stage, and says, "This one goes out to the Charisma Company." And he starts singing a ballad about how you guys lit up the night with a fireball and destroyed the bandits known as the bandits. And it's a story about your guys' little escapade.
And then they give us dinner for free because we're heroes.
Just light the tip of my finger.
How factual is it? How accurate is it?
It's really lyrical. It's very like he kind of bounces back and forth between.
Papyrus.
he's a great gyrus. He was stabbing that guy in
Gyrus,
his...
pull out that papyrus. Take a note.
Yeah.
I was meant to be a bard.
It's
My
like
guess,
it's written in a way that's it's sort of flowery and
Sure,
but like he doesn't add anything that you guys didn't do.
Okay.
Like you running up to that guard.
Because I was gonna.
Twice. The guy that went petrified watches you
stab him and then be like, ah.
The paralyzation ends. He's not dead yet.
I'm not dead.
You're stabbing me.
I'm not dead yet.
And then you kill him.
I hadn't considered.
So no, that was not part of the.
Yeah.
It was much. That was more like he discusses the ability to like sneak up on people who already know you're there.
Nice.
He's stabbing me.
I hadn't considered if Gyrus actually believes the stories word for word. Like in these old stories that he knows, if he actually believes that they are like 100% factually true, or if he understands like poetic license. I hadn't considered that until this point.
Well, how many books of poetry has he read?
A number. A
So
lot
he
of
must know
children's
some.
poetry. But
I'd say probably until
least a parable.
he read like actual
That's what I'm
nonfiction
saying,
history
like-
books that counter
yeah,
the story.
yeah.
Then I don't know. It's
I would think he does. He's got it because he knows the histories. He's read the histories.
You would start to read histories.
something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Anywho, you finish the night. So yeah, are you staying to drink, or are you guys gonna head back to the
Well,
castle?
we have to go back to the castle at some point, so.
We go back to the castle.
We
Baz
don't
is
want
just
to be
crying.
hungover too much.
She's
Okay.
puffy-eyed, not from the shellfish.
How does Baz feel about being
Spit on
fireman
the
carried?
Fine.
By a fireman or by Gyrus?
By Gyrus, probably.
Fine. She feels fine about
Or
it.
Willow. I mean, you probably could.
I'm not drunk.
All right.
I'm
well,
drunk-ish. I'm drunk light.
See, that seems like he just needs to carry you.
altogether, it's 24 gold,
Okay,
As a group.
I'll buy.
Oh, wow.
Thanks, Baz. You're welcome.
which is like a $2,400 bill.
String
I'm
it.
rich. Let me live my fantasy since
Well,
I
yeah.
can't do it in real life.
Absolutely.
Find your way through her grief.
Yeah, you got bottle service.
I mean, you guys are very, very wealthy. I mean, you
Yeah,
realize how
I
wealthy
want.
you are.
If I could do bottles. Okay, no, I don't go to clubs, so I couldn't do bottle service in real life. I wouldn't want to. But living.
All right, you return to, while you're there, maybe discuss some ideas. I know you posted some on the Discord, so maybe bring those up and you guys can discuss.
Yeah, I mean, some of it we kind of discussed on the call with the prince. But I kind of saw us having 4 options. Now that's kind of been narrowed, mostly down to 1. But the first one was staying and preparing to fight, which we could definitely, like, be helping at the gate. We, like, maybe you and I could use our magic to, like, help clear out a battlefield, dig trenches, that sort of thing. And then maybe we pull the whole, what was it, Braveheart maneuver, if you fill the trench with oil. We have the Ring of Spell Storing, which has a 3rd level fireball times 3 potency in it.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, so not even a level 9 fireball, it's 3 times a level 3. which could be very impactful if it does.
Fireball is level 3 already.
Yeah, but level 9 just gives you right? Anyways.
Logistics.
Whatever. The point is, if we stayed to fight, that would be immediately helpful. The diplomacy thing I was more concerned about, but now that we are kind of getting charged to do that with the prince, sounds like we're going to do it.
Yeah.
I told everybody I need to be talked into for it. Because I have a feeling we're just going to get attacked. But whatever.
Oh. Just adding a little flavor to your boring decisions.
2 different options to leave. Like, leaving to go get, like, help probably isn't going to help because, like, where are we going to go?
And everybody needs our help.
Yeah, it's like, why send us to get help when we probably
Are the help.
We
staying?
We
We
are.
are the help.
But would it help to, like, have them send ships to go get more?
Listen,
Someone else can do that.
I do kind of
That's
think.
what I'm saying. It's like,
It's outside of our skill set.
but
I
at least
do
telling
kind of
them
think
to
we
do
should
it.
be hunting Varys, but he's just a douche. I
And
don't
that
like
was
him
the
in
other-
my head.
If we were confident in Arcelia holding, do we push the...
Yeah.
Like, if it becomes clear that this is a diversion and Aerosmith is just trying to delay us...
Is it a diversion? I don't know. I feel suspicious.
I sure feel like he smiled at a bat for no reason.
Yeah.
So, I
a
think he
bat
knows what
he'd
he's...
never met before.
A bat he'd never met.
Maybe he thought it was a bat that he did.
Maybe he just
Maybe
really
he-
likes bats.
He thought he had met that bat.
Yeah. Maybe he got
Sure.
mixed up with a different bat.
Maybe he was like, "Oh, my friend." Oh, that's not my friend.
Yeah, and then but by then he was already teleported away, and he's like, "Oh,
He's,
well,
like,
this is
really
uncomfortable."
embarrassed
He's
Waving
like,
to
"Wow."
someone that you
Yeah.
thought was somebody
Yeah.
you knew.
Yeah, and then it's
And then
like,
you
well,
play it off like you weren't doing that.
yeah, you're like, "Oh, I just had this,"
my hand. So weird.
and then I'm definitely not making eye contact with you.
What are some of the spells that you have that might impact a battlefield? Do you have like Wall of Stone? Or...
I have stone something. Stone
Wall of
shape.
Stone.
I have Wrath of Nature.
What level is Stone Shape?
3.
Okay,
No, 4. Sorry.
Dang. What is that?
Dang.
What I got out of it is I can basically make a hole in a wall and then build a door. That can lock.
Neat. Oh, that's interesting.
But it can't be too thick. I also have Wrath of Nature, which can disrupt the battlefield depending on what is there. Like if there are vines or grass or stones. And then I have beasts that I can summon.
We've witnessed it's neat.
Plant growth. Although that's not like super fast.
Plant growth. She just cast
But,
plant
I mean,
growth and like
over
a year
8 hours.
later,
Make
tree
sure
sprouts.
you,
But that was part of my idea was like if these two were helping at the gate and we go out with a group, we could like block some roads.
Yeah.
We could destroy bridges. We could work
Dig
to clear
holes,
out, some area so that like anything coming to the gates are gonna have to go through, tower
Make it-
defense
Make it
situation.
difficult terrain, so to speak.
But yeah, that sort of idea of like
Okay.
if we were to set a trap, forcing them into a bottleneck, like something.
Yeah.
But
That's a good
We
point.
should set a trap for Aerosmith somehow. I don't know how. I'm just
Why
saying
don't we
we
just
should.
burn the temple down?
What temple?
The one that we think that has the circle in it?
Oh, we
There's like
Well-
4 of them.
and they're also underground and probably not flammable.
Burn them all down.
Burn this whole motherfucking world down.
But like
This is
that
like
was the
light a
last.
match!
That was the last piece with the embers. Was like,
Okay.
do we force the issue with the king and be like, he's clearly trying to like
Yeah,
Well,
distract.
stall us, or I don't, or maybe he isn't. I don't know. But like,
I don't know.
if they can hold
Yeah.
here, do we try to get out of here as fast as possible? We get to,
Just
the battle
extricate
stuff.
ourselves from the orc situation altogether.
but that also doesn't.
I
sound
think
like a
we
great
have to
idea.
go on a diplomatic mission to Alderaan.
Yeah.
I think
Which to me
I
sounds
think
like
that
we do
also-
with that, and then we go back and help with the siege if it comes to
I
that.
think that's fair. We have been considering the only option that Aerosvint is moving as quickly as possible to take the capital. and yet he's gone somewhere that we did not predict. Alversea has already, whether it's under the control of the Embers or not, it's no longer under the control of the king, and it is no longer, even if war were to come, combat between the Embers and the forces of the Empire, Alversea would certainly not join on the side of the king at this point. So even if it's not necessarily an Ember stronghold, it is no longer an asset to the Empire. So, and Erisvint, his purpose is twofold in gaining the followers to increase his power, as well as presumably to conquer the continent. It perhaps would seem more strategic for him to gain power where there is less presence of imperial power. So perhaps his purpose in going to the far cities is to establish the Embers there and take over, and then move to the next one, and then move to the next one, and then finally, when Arstelia has no banners to call, move upon the capital. So, not that necessarily is what he's doing, but perhaps he's not, as bad as that is, perhaps he's not the imminent threat. I think the orcs are what we need to deal with immediately.
Yeah, it's probably not a threat we can ignore.
And we
seem
have
like a lot closer.
we have resources that we can do like recon and not just like walk in there. I could surveil and I can.
Eris?
Oh
No,
no,
the
no,
orcs.
sorry, with the orcs.
The orcs?
With the orcs.
Gotcha.
Yes, you can become all manner of woodland creatures.
Yes.
Well,
Sweet.
you could become any one of the manner of woodland creatures.
Yes. And I
Could you become a swarm of rats?
How many rats do you think it would take to chew through this road?
I don't think so.
How many
Classic-
rats?
That classic question.
How many rats worth of rope is this? How many rats per hour?
I would say just, not that maybe orcs would immediately pick up on it, but a giant horde going through the forest, most animals would run away from that.
But what do we know about the pets they like to have?
Oh, good questions.
Wargs.
Yeah.
What do we know about the pets?
There
Kobolds?
are
Kobolds are intelligent creatures.
Does anyone
Orcs are
have anything in their backstory that would suggest that they have any knowledge of orc?
I mean, he speaks orc.
I've
He
only
speaks half orc
because
based
I
on
hang out
the
with half-orcs.
unsavory people that do unsavory things.
Are they sweet if they're
I-
unsavory?
I have read history.
Umami, maybe.
I don't
If
know
you're
what
super
that
Okay.
would.
maybe with
Roll
friend
a
over the
history
street.
check,
Mm.
Mr. Tyrus.
Okay.
was my thought process.
Natural one.
No.
We don't know.
I would have maybe
about
read about something about them in the Shadow Monk library, but beyond
Why?
just what I come just like in regular studies, but nothing like
Nothing.
Most
specific.
half orcs probably haven't like a ton of experience with full orcs, right? Because they're pretty much like shunned and like they're kind of
no.
like a pariah of both societies.
Correct. I would
Because
say
all I can
they.
imagine is if they were telling stories,
Yeah, I mean, not enough to be like, I know what kind of animals they have.
Exactly.
They keep. Yeah.
it'd be very general. Like,
Yeah.
that's all I was
So
bringing
no
Yeah.
is the answer.
so no.
Unfortunately,
be
the dice dictate these answers, not myself.
You could be some kind of bird with really good eyesight.
Mhm.
Then you can stay out of range of their
That's
archers.
smart. A blue eagle, if you will.
Or a regular
mean-
colored eagle might be less conspicuous.
Yeah.
But a blue eagle would blend in with the sky.
And would be cooler.
Okay,
Oh,
is
that's
it
the
sky
time of
blue?
day.
Or is it like royal?
Why can't it be a different color blue every time?
It's
all the
this color blue.
blues.
It's
Whatever.
Blue eyes.
Are you talking about his? Are you talking
It's-
about his
whatever's-
piercing deep eyes?
Whatever's
James
in the light.
Marsden's
Oh,
eyes.
wow, yeah.
Whatever's
All
in
right.
the light.
Gotcha.
The cloth in the light.
Gotcha.
It's that blue. That looks like pretty good sunshine, like blue.
Sky blue.
Yeah, it would blend.
It's azure, if you will.
Oh,
I
but it's
will not-
cloudy for the next month and a half.
You could be a gray eagle.
Agree.
A gray
I
eagle.
can't.
Be a cloud color.
Okay, so what is happening?
Well, we go back to the. We paid for our stuff. We went back
You
to the
did.
castle.
You went back to the castle.
We're gonna
We have
do
to
the
meet with
diplomatic
the-
mission. We have to talk to the prince.
Okay.
We do have to talk.
And Gooey, our new friend Gooey.
Gooey?
Oh yeah,
Googrok.
Gulgrok.
Gulgrok.
Might be meeting that evening.
Gulgrok.
Gulgrok is the ambassador.
Okay.
We are definitely sober.
Some of us
Oh no!
are more
Everyone
sober.
make it, apart from you, make a Constitution saving throw. Good point, Willow.
20.
Oh!
Okay, you got it together. You're
That's fine. She's a little
just the
slurry.
opposite of that. You're totally fine, and you're just like kind of happy talky.
Oh, see, I'm happy. I'm talking. This is me normal.
I didn't
Willow?
need a fireman.
16?
carrier.
Okay,
23.
everybody's fine.
We're fine. We mostly ate enough oysters to fill up our
You
tummies.
paid $2,400 and didn't get drunk?
What? No,
$100.
yeah, we did.
Don't start with me. I'm not speaking as Gyrus.
Don't start
It's
with
about
me.
the experience, Kyle.
Also,
They must have
You ever
watered
been-
down that champagne. That's
No.
all I'm saying.
you ever been
You guys are
tipsy at
heroes.
the bar, and then by the time you walk home, you're feeling pretty good and soberish? That's the situation.
And then you realize, like, that food was great and all, but it was like 3 hours ago, and I could really go for a gordita
street
crunch.
Taco
hot
Bell,
dog.
yes.
You know what? Here's a hot
I ate a
take.
giant steak and 3 potatoes.
I never don't want a gordita crunch.
Yeah. Not a hot take.
I don't have to be even the tiniest
just
bit
a-
drunk.
Just a take.
Stone cold
Okay.
sober.
So you let somebody know that you're here, and to let the prince know that you're here.
By shouting as we get to the door.
My
We
fireball's
are
gonna be
here.
called Baja Blast from now on.
Please actually
Oh
do
my
that.
god.
Bass is just like, Prince Obrath. What's up, homie?
All right. He you let somebody know to let the prince know that you're here, and they return saying, please.
Quiet down.
No, we rolled fine. We're not being.
Please stop yelling.
You guys are not drunk. You are escorted to the prince's like sitting quarters. Sitting quarters. Much more like a living room type thing,
His boudoir.
where he's laying like Jeff Goldblum.
And then we're like,
Finally.
Jeff Goldblum.
Hello.
Fancy
All right.
seeing you here,
Fancy
buddy.
seeing you here.
So you
He's fine in that.
you get to that area, the sitting room,
He's happening.
and a little bit of time passes, and he joins you, along with this individual.
Sexy half orc.
Gulgrok.
Post Malone.
What? Gulugrok.
It's Post Malone.
It's kind of like Post Malone.
I have no idea.
Just a few less tattoos. Same point of view. So.
It's Post Malone.
I don't know why I think that. I just anyway. He does too. Anyway.
Okay, sorry.
Wow, that just beautifully rolled it right off your tongue, and you didn't even have to think about it. It's excellent.
Yeah,
Post Malone.
like word association.
Anyway.
Gulgrok.
So
He's
everybody introduces themselves, and
What's up,
Gulugrok
Post?
says,
Yo, Posty.
"Good evening, everyone." And the prince mentions that this is Gulgrok, the diplomat that I had mentioned before, and he's made some progress with some of the tribes, as I mentioned, and he will be accompanying you all on your mission. I believe it might be. I want to join you, but I think it might be best for me to remain.
I agree. You're a high value asset.
Well, I provided an alternate opinion at the council table, oftentimes.
That's very important, given the racism evident.
Well, it's good to see things from different perspectives. So, right, Gulgrok will accompany you on this mission. It is extremely dangerous what you're about to do. You may be going into the lion's den. I feel a bit uneasy even saying that this is a good idea, but we could save many lives depending on the success or failure of this mission. I'll let Gulgrok give you more insights into the customs that you should be prepared with when you go into this hostile situation. I do not give you any. I give you no power to negotiate. You have no power to negotiate on behalf of the crown. I want to make that extremely clear.
So we will negotiate on behalf of the crown.
You're
is
not.
what I
You're
heard
not drunk.
you say.
You have no power to dictate, but you will potentially. You're representing the crown in so much as being of the common folk. And you'll be emissaries. So do not make any promises. Do not make any deals. Simply find information. Look for why they're on the march. And if they have demands, bring them to me, and we can
Bring the
discuss them.
orcs to you, or bring the
information.
demands?
You're simply returning with information.
Do we? You want us to still call you?
On the Sailstone.
When
Like, is
you-
that the best way to get your
when
information?
you-
Or like, should we come back?
When
Just
you
asking.
leave for your mission, I will have the sending stone on my person.
Got it. Friendship cemented.
It's in stone.
Get it?
Uh-huh.
Because it's a
It's a
stone.
Yep.
It's a sending stone.
Yep.
Get it? Stone cemented.
Or,
I have a lot of oysters.
so we can talk it to him at any time, or still the 10 and the 10?
Beyond this person.
When you leave for your diplomatic mission, I'll have the sending stone on my person.
Instead of
10
got
or
it,
10.
got it.
Probably be, important information. Oh,
Now the question is when.
Everything we have told him thus far has been important.
She's not wrong. Mostly.
There
You were
is-
saying.
The question now is when to engage in this little meeting.
I have a question.
You don't need to. Yes.
I had a lot of shrimps. I mean oysters. She takes a big swallow. Okay. How mad is the king gonna be like on a scale of 1 to 10 when we're not like here helping with the siege and stuff? We're under your purview though, right? So it's like
No,
fine.
I don't think that you're his most pressing topic.
Great. So we can go. So we can go whenever is what you're saying, and we don't have to be scared of him. Like we could go on this mission whenever you deem appropriate.
You're under my responsibility.
Yeah, but he's a lot scarier than you, bruh.
Well, he's not giving you any specific. Has he given you a specific dictate?
To go to the North Gate.
You go to the North Gate and help with the embers.
Right, and
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 we
you've,
did that.
you've
We
done
did
you've
that.
done so.
So surely that takes some months off of our debt, right?
We'll
Anyway,
be okay, Ben.
we'll go whenever. I'm just making sure.
This is an open conversation. But I think perhaps Gulgrok could give some insights here.
Yes. I think that it would be best to engage them once they've stopped moving. When the orc marches, it requires effort, not a lot of time to rest, eat, and so on. So tempers are high on the march. Once the horde stops, we can approach, and perhaps that will give us more favorable conditions.
Okay.
How long do they typically stop?
How long do they typically march?
I think that they will not stop until they are ready to prepare for war. So whenever the horde stops, they'll stop for a long time. Otherwise, they do not typically rest, apart from unless they've been moving for several days. I have a question for you. As you saw the horde, what color banners did you see?
What color banners did we see?
Intelligence checks. Who's got the highest intelligence?
I'm minus
No one. Oh, that's right. You guys all have intelligence.
We're all
dumps
dumb
out.
We lost Simone.
We're average. I'm average.
Who's got the highest?
I'm -1. 0.
I have a
Plus
oh, that's
Oh.
Willow.
Cool.
Was Willow with us?
Were you?
I was there.
You were there.
Yes.
You were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Beldar was there.
It was last-
Beldar was there.
Yeah.
I was
2
there.
sessions ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does Belda have
18!
Oh,
Yay!
No, he's also
Okay.
average, yeah.
You saw banners of blue and red. Like that's a banner that has blue and red. You saw
Barcelona.
like sandy brown,
Oh, it's true.
and like
Sandy
as you say
vibes.
that, he's like
No.
kind of positive.
Oh.
Okay.
And you say tall black banners, and he's like, oh no.
Okay,
Great.
Al-Qaeda.
Good.
Al-Qaeda's here. That's good.
Jesus.
Orc Kaida.
Al-Qaeda's here.
Orc
What? It's
Kaida.
That's great.
the black banners are a
Um,
thing. Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's not a good reaction.
But 2/3 were a good reaction. Some good odds.
You seem concerned about at least one of the tribes represented. Is it typical for them to be traveling together?
No. The tribes have not been united for a long time. They had different opinion of the direction the orc should go. They disagreed. So them uniting on a march is strange, unless someone united the banners across the tribes. And I would bet money that it is the black bannered tribe. I don't know the word as they are the most forceful tribe. But the leader, Yagnuk, was he was not a warlord.
This is the Black Banner.
He was content of the plight that they had, as they were exiled in disgrace from the lands to the east many centuries ago. So it is strange that they might unite, as they were not discussing a warpath, as far as I know.
All the more reason to engage in diplomacy. A superordinate goal. It is the best thing to unite disparate groups. I think it is entirely reasonable that there is something threatening them in their home.
I would be a big threat. Would require a big threat. But I would say that we've got a day to prepare. If maybe longer. Did you see siege weapons?
No. Notably, no. We did not.
Strange. We would have prepared some larger. If attack on Osteria is the motivation, then the siege weapon would be visible. Perhaps we have more time. Well, do you have a question for me?
Are you suggesting then that we do not go and encounter them where they are? We wait for them to arrive here?
We wait for the march to stop.
Okay.
And then doing that, we would go to them, stay a safe distance, continue and keep that distance until they stop. So that when they do stop, we could see it, we could react. I don't know how far their scouts would be.
So as soon as they stop, we become aware.
Do we wait for them to come to us, or do we
That's
go to them and then stay at a safe distance until they stop?
that's a question more for the princes. Do you have eyes on the horde now?
We do. We have scouts reporting back. Hopefully soon. It's only been half a day.
Sure.
But perhaps we will have more information soon. And I think that's it, according to the king's war advisor, the orcs will be very close when they stop their march. So close that you'd be able to see them from the city walls. So, I'm not sure that mirroring their motion is necessary.
Just in case they stopped further out, but if they're not going to stop until Arstelia, then
Where are we? We've only encountered the forward scouts. If this is a larger movement.
What do you mean encounter?
We have fought some of the orcs. On the
Can you
road.
describe them?
They were orcs, and they
You
looked
describe
like
what
orcs.
you describe a little bit more
beefy.
detail.
There was the more capable ones.
Blade of I forget which.
Yeah,
But you describe them,
Illa-
and you
impressive warriors, then.
That is accurate.
That makes me feel better about the
More
mission.
than others, but
Good.
yeah.
I am glad to be on this mission with you.
Good. Perhaps I'm
Good.
perhaps I am just unable to purge a particular thought from my mind, but this is a larger group than has ever moved before, yes?
Since the orc made its travels across the sea, yes.
And we are uncertain of the makeup of the group. If they are traveling with women and children, who, I don't know, do women and children typically
No.
go to fight? If they are traveling with women and children, would they approach the city? Would they come to the gates? Or would they stop farther away to keep themselves safe?
I cannot say.
So my concern with waiting for them to come here is if they do not come here, if they stop earlier, and we don't know, how long do we wait?
The prince has eyes on them, though.
The prince says, "We'll have some information as they approach, and if you feel like going and keeping your distance, that's certainly fine. It's simply, unless you have some better use inside the walls, otherwise, feel free. Go."
I was merely just if they were going to stop several times, or do they march until they get here? Essentially,
It seems that they would march until they get here if they're planning on coming here.
They stop rarely.
and if they stop, they would probably stop for a decent amount of time if they've been traveling that long. So that makes sense.
We can wait for the scouts' information, I suppose.
And maybe it's good news there isn't siege weapons. If they're traveling for war, they would have done that beforehand. Correct?
Yes, it takes time to create siege weapons, so they don't want to create them next to the walls.
Mhm.
They want to bring them. So that is good news. And what we should do is talk about the process of approaching our meeting.
Mhm.
You cannot bring weapons with you.
What about smalls?
I don't know what that is.
We
It's
have a
not
great
important.
recipe.
Like food as a peace offering.
That will not work.
Okay.
Blood is the only offering you can provide that will give safe passage.
Does it need to be our own blood?
Yes.
We can use yours.
And what? I'm not sure I have blood. It's a mystery still.
It's
And
a
what-
mystery, actually.
And what do you mean by that? When you
We-
say that, do you just cut a hand and drip some drips? Do you?
We cannot provide any sport. And to show this, we arrive unarmed and present ourselves with a wound, with open arms and your belly showing, as that is the most vulnerable part of you. And as you approach, you show you are of no sport and you are weakened. So, that is how you gain entrance without being killed.
Good to know.
Understood?
Can we back out or? No. Okay. I guess I'm going then.
You will be fine. Of all of us, you are
Bad
the
vibes. Bad vibes.
Bad vibes.
Don't like that.
Don't like that.
So we know how to approach. No weapons.
Realistically, you are the one most likely to survive because you can get away so easily.
Good thing you got your bow all fixed to not
bring it.
To not bring it. Yeah, great. Good.
We should go. We should make meeting at midday so that in case they drink, they are not
Drunk.
if we go
Hungover.
morning hungover, we should not go when they are hungover. We should wait until midday in case they drink before battle. And that
Do
way
they like champagne? Because
No.
we know
Oh, we
some
know a place.
good champagne.
they will not drink that.
What do they drink though?
They drink a syrupy brown liquid.
I also like syrup.
It's a grog of some kind. Anyway, so we should go midday if we can. If the opportunity presents itself.
And so when they stop,
We wait,
wait till the next midday.
or around that time.
Okay.
Unless something happens that it makes sense to just go. I don't think that they stop and we just go in. We wait
They
some
will
time.
be very cranky.
Yes.
Yes.
We give time for food and rest. So they are more amenable.
Amenable.
I am happy that you are with me on this. You are kind people.
You're kind, cool girl.
So perhaps we go tomorrow.
If they have
are
stopped.
I thought you said
Oh,
we-
to keep an eye on them? Sure, we could do that, yes.
Okay.
I have nothing to do in the city. Actually, that's not necessarily true. Question for the DM. Are there Order of the Gauntlet people in the city? Are there knights?
Yeah.
I would want to go check in with them.
Okay. I'll prepare something for that
Fucking
tomorrow.
Order of the Gauntlet.
You're not
Nonsense.
gonna just do that right now.
Because we discussed it like
That's going to take some role playing. I think, and some preparation.
Yeah,
Yeah, remember that
definitely.
time we
Considering Sir
talked to
Gyrus
some dogs?
and his yeah.
Mhm.
And the DM wasn't
But,
ready for us to talk to some dogs.
But some of it too, like it.
That's
like,
a whole nother thing. Dogs are very simple creatures with no like historical
Smell.
institution in society.
Hi. Hi.
Which I thought I did a very good
Hi.
job.
Yeah, and dogs are
improvising.
happy to see you.
You did. They were happy to see me.
They
Well,
they
Pearl,
might
they
not
were
be
happy
happy to see
Anyway.
Gyrus.
So, what is? Do you have any other questions for our friend Gulugrak?
I like him.
How much blood? Like, could we do belly button piercings? Or should it be something more serious?
It needs to be visible for anyone to see. So best to see. Easiest is like this.
Mm.
And best is if a friend can do same on back.
So it's both.
That way, everyone sees, no matter.
And how much HP
And
would that
keep and hands up like this the whole time
Hate it.
as you walk.
Hate this. Feeling scared.
You cannot provide sport. I said that before. Right?
You did say that.
Okay.
I am not certain as to how to do that for me.
We'll say that you still bleed.
Okay. I leak something.
You do.
Yeah.
Sure, okay.
It's black. It's
I
oil.
still maintain that I
Like
feel like the
Ichor.
Warforged are like a pseudo organic
Sure.
combination of
There's
things.
some kind of
Like a
magical
scion?
biology
I don't know. I
Like
don't
a
know
what?
scions.
Scion?
Cylon
Cylon.
from Battlestar Galactica.
Yes.
I never. I don't know.
Sure.
They look human, but
In the newer.
in that one.
But you'll be in the
There's a way to
party.
make it visible. Yeah.
You'll
Okay.
have something to show. You'll be doing the same motions.
I am
So it's not
damaged.
like
Yeah.
The sign. This is blood.
So, any question for me?
I will preface, if we're not expecting them to stop and we have scouts watching them, it might not be necessary to keep an eye on them. That was just if we expect them to stop several days out, and that is a better opportunity to speak with them, we do that.
I
But
think it is a fine plan, because if they are going to attack Arstelia, they will not do it stupid. They will create siege weapon, and they will need time and cover and wood and will require some time. So I think it might be a good idea.
Okay.
But well, we will see.
Do the scouts see any children or women?
They have.
We don't-
reported back yet.
we don't
haven't
know yet.
reported back.
We haven't gotten our first report.
Okay.
Maybe because they're dead, but it also could be that they just haven't come back yet. Scouting is a dangerous business,
Scouts
When-
ran into
but it
her.
pays well.
When we approach, what do we expect to happen? Will we be taken prisoner? Will we be given some
We
sort
will
of
be
right
escorted to the decision makers in the horde.
So we wouldn't be speaking to like to simply a captain or a lieutenant. We would go straight to the war chief or whoever is in charge.
I will make sure that happens.
Okay, all right.
How do they feel about magic?
How do they feel about magic?
What do you mean?
I don't fight with weapons.
Do not show you can do magic.
I think we can surmise how they feel about magic given our last encounter with them.
What do you mean?
Well, they targeted him, our spellcaster,
Oh.
primarily. They went
Of
straight
course
for
it
him.
was.
They ignored me,
Right,
and it was
you-
very rude.
You were fighting some advanced warriors who have an eye for battle tactic. So it made sense.
I even yelled at them. They
So-
just ran right past me.
Try maybe even dress in more like a fighter kind of garb.
Maybe an archer with your build.
How is he supposed to use just one hand?
Or a crossbow, I guess.
Jerry, take a note.
He has a glove on.
It's a mage hand glove.
It looks like he has two hands. Don't.
I mean, if
It's sort of
anything,
thing.
in this situation, it'd be better for you
Showing
to
up with a-
show up with a nub.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Just as long as they're not suspicious that they're sending a little skinny nub boy in with some fighters. But yeah.
So he's essentially saying, like, if you find any like leather armor or something,
Do something
that
to
like looks a
spice it
little
up
bit
a little
more like you're just a generic kind of fighter
Some
guy,
war paint.
and
So I think it would be
War
good for
blades.
you to pretend that you are my bodyguards,
Okay.
and that way we can go in and well, I don't know.
I've known a few rogues that like to slip back
Or
there.
opposite of fighter. You could be a diplomat. You could wear diplomat.
I have the fancy clothes.
We do have the fancy
You could
clothes.
wear fancy clothes, and or someone could.
Because you speak Orcish. That would make more sense if he's the
You speak Orcish.
I do.
and he starts like rattling off like in like guttural tones, and you're able to kind of back it and like, oh thank God, this has been such a struggle for me for a while.
Sorry, I should have said that earlier.
Oh my God, this could have been so much easier.
Didn't want to be rude. Just-
You know how hard it is to be smart while talking like an idiot?
It's just.
I'm actually quite eloquent. I just can't.
It's just that, you know when you go to a foreign country, you want to speak their language, but then they speak to you in English, and it's like, but just let me, I know I'm bad at it, but just let me try, you know?
Yeah, I do.
That's how I
All right, so there's a little back and forth
Back-
between them, and they go back to the common.
So, well, I guess if you look a bit like a fighter, you are very big.
Yeah.
Metal.
I don't think we could dress up diplomat in fancy
Unlikely.
clothes. So you'll just have to be.
I will be naked.
Maybe the three of you could just.
Be the muscle.
Well, we don't want
Well, we're not
to
muscle.
No,
show.
but we have to do this, which I also
We are
hate.
trees.
We're cacti.
Right.
And I can be.
Is this how a saguaro is
Maboon.
shaped?
How about this idea? You two could carry a chest
Okay.
of gold, maybe,
Okay.
or something.
Mm.
That could be a reason why you're there.
Mhm.
I just think of
We carry things. We
Yeah,
can-
we're super strong.
Should we carry wood to
Or-
bring it to them?
Is a gift a bad idea, or should it be my things, like my clothing and my fineries?
I just
you
think
gonna
of
wear?
reason why they are there.
Yeah.
Why are you there?
Yes.
And I don't. You're so strange. I don't think they'll question it. So we just need reason for you to be there.
Because are we making it explicit that we are from the kingdom?
Yes, that is the case. You are emissaries of the crown.
Do we
With
carry
no-
you on a chair?
No, that would be strange.
Speaking to the prince, would you have a chest full of gold that you are willing to part with for the sake of this mission?
Well, let's consider the situations. Let's just say that it is, in fact, a siege. And we lose, we're all dead anyway. If we win, we can take whatever we want from them, and we can simply take back our chest of gold.
It's a deposit.
So, right.
I see.
So, I could see it not being that big of a problem. Why don't I? It's something to think about. Just as a reason for you to be there. I'll see what I can do.
And I'll bring it to Golgrok. Like, that would be viewed as like an insult, right? Like, you don't show up to the negotiation table with gifts, or do you?
Again, you're not negotiating.
But they don't know
Make
that.
sure that is
But they
extremely
may not
clear.
understand that at the start.
I think that. Well, it depends on the. I don't know. I don't think it would hurt.
Okay, if it can't hurt, then let's.
I don't think it will hurt.
But if we show up with
With nothing.
maybe showing up with nothing is better than showing up with something as a token.
They will not accept any food or drink for fear of poison.
But
And
gold
so
is the universal language.
gold is good, and that, yeah.
Then I think we have a plan.
Very good. Okay, so when do we go?
Tomorrow?
Okay.
That would be smart.
We get a long rest.
Yes, do rest. And we will go tomorrow.
And then, I guess it'd be a question for the prince. Then is it just 5 of us going, or is it more and then we separate from a larger group?
I think a 5-person party gives a good sense of importance, as well as a lack of
aggression. I think a 5-person party is a fine number.
And we leave our weapons here?
I'll leave that
Bag of holding.
to you.
We do have
I
a bag
didn't
of
hear
holding.
any.
It's fair.
We have a place it. We'll talk
Your
about it.
lives at this point are in your own hands. Here, you've got your mission. I hope it's successful. And however you deem it, I leave that to you. If you decide to bring in secretly or not, that's up to you.
So we can do anything except negotiate.
I
Or
give you
only
no
negotiate.
power
right. Yes.
to negotiate
yes.
in
Anything
the name
except that.
of the crown
Yes.
by
So
any
you're
means.
saying we're to assassinate the leaders.
So what you're saying is
If you
only
can assassinate the leaders,
Just that.
if you can assassinate the leaders while still getting out of an encampment of thousands of orcs, then feel free. But
So
Appreciate
what
your
I heard
concern
was
for us.
only negotiate.
I've done less with more.
What?
I don't. What?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds right.
I
Mm-hmm.
feel like that needs to be the title of this episode.
I've done
Yeah.
that before.
I've done less with more.
Okay. I will see you tomorrow, and we go.
Sun come out tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
And that is where we will leave this evening.
I feel so scared.
So until hopefully next week, when we see what happens with the short morning meeting with the Order of the Gauntlet, as well as the diplomatic mission out of the city wall, the safety of the city walls into the wilderness and the orc horde.
Like a wagon or something for the.
The
We got
chest.
Shki. We can throw it up on Shki.
Just throw the gold at Shki.
Stick
And it'll
it.
stick to her.
She's
Yeah.
gonna be
Bring
so
her in
shy.
like the
Delivering
Beyonce
horse.
horse, the disco ball horse.
Give her a
Just
really.
try
All right.
and-
And
So
she just
till-
kind of like shakes it off in the gold.
Shake it up. All right. Let's call it for this evening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everybody.